Star Voyagers! Hey, did I get the mic today? Is that the first time in a week I had the mic hot? Welcome back! We're still lost in space! I think I updated the stream title. I really lost track of what day it is. We've been playing a little over a week here on stream, and I've been playing off stream. And I found us an exotic ship! Our first exotic ship. Although we gotta talk about ships and slots. You really, the light's not any good here. Let's see. Can I get us some good light? It's just too much green in the air. Anyways, it's a blue and gray, sort of a blue and silver craft. I can show you better on the menu here. There you go. That's what it looks like when not colored poorly. And it has Caesar, thank you. Good evening to you as well. Good lurk if you're gonna be there. So it has some nice stats for flying around. It's kind of fun. Those jets on the side. Those jets on the side, they reorient. Jet facing down if you're lifting, and I think they can also face up if you're jetting down towards the surface. It's a cool craft to fly around. Does not have a lot of inventory space, but apparently it's maxed for the type of craft that it is. Shadow Dragon, you got a message saying something J, and it looked like it said right before it disappeared. I don't think it said that. Hey, Dragon. Good to see you. So, we're gonna make do with the reduced amount of space. We had 5 tech slots. I started putting some things back into it. A phase beam, S rank upgrade for the phase beam. I put in 1 pulse engine upgrade, and I put in an S-class shield upgrade. It already had efficient thrusters. So, it's cool. I like it. We're gonna, we'll take off in it in a few minutes. But here's the thing. You can't sell a ship, you can only trade in, and if you have 6 slots, you're stuck, that's it. Here's why I'm concerned about ship slots. I salvaged 2 junkers. We've been flying around in 1 craft, but I salvaged 2 junkers, and the one that we've been flying around in mostly was one we bought. So there's a starter craft, there's the Volante one that we bought, and then there's 2 junkers. That's 4. This exotic, that's 5. And from what I was reading, we only have 6 ship slots. Even if you have a freighter, which we do now, you only have 6 ship slots, meaning we can only acquire 1 more ship outright if we see it. Otherwise, it has to be a trade. And when are we ever gonna have, our, junkers with us? We're just not. So when are we ever gonna be able to trade the junkers? Hey, Rain, you fell asleep last time. Let's see how long you can last today. All right, let's see. And hi. I think we're due to talk to the base computer here. I was playing some last night. I was playing some this morning. I'm really enjoying this game. Getting lost in space, lost in this game. We've got to check in with our fleet commander on our freighter about an expedition we sent them on. Alucard, thank you for the host, auto-host. Base Computer Archives, this might be the last one. I think it was up to 98% retrieval on the data it was trying to retrieve. Base Computer Online. Automated recovery. Progress, archive for user, iteration lost, unavailable. Possible remote terminus backup available. Download coordinates. What am I gonna do? Say no? That's something. Target outside local system. Consult galaxy map. The base computer has continued its archive recovery program. Data is recovered periodically and converted into blueprints, but this time, base computer is located in off-world archive. Reach the marked coordinates and investigate. Alright. We've got teleporters in most of the systems we've been to. And we can teleport to the system where we go back to visit the life form.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
TJ, what is that? Twitch needed to pay manually. What did they do? What's with that? Thank you, good sir. Cheers. Thank you. Flip those tables. And then put them back right side up, please. 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 Hope you're well today. I'm just thinking about where we're going first. Let's get up into space and see what it says. Checking inventory real quick. Should be good. I've got a couple drop pod coordinate datas, so we're going to be able to expand our cargo inventory a couple more slots pretty quickly today. I know I've been told, all have told me, that the exosuit upgrades in the space stations that are available, one per space station, do not restock. Here's the thing though. Bug or not, some of them are. I have purchased an exosuit upgrade in this system where our very first base was at least twice, maybe 3 times. I just bought it again this morning. So I got some extra slots, in part because I think they're restocking, even if they're not supposed to. Oh well. I could have missed it, but we've been to this system space station many times, and I've noticed a couple of them that I was pretty sure had restocked. This one is the most sure of all because we've been here so many times. Oh yeah, we now have craft that will land behind the base because I put a landing pad there. So, you know, if we had all the time in the world, we could sit here waiting until there was an exotic and just call whatever junker we want. Like there are... So here's the thing. So that might have been our starter craft. That's the one we've been flying around in that we bought. It's 2. That's one of the junkers. Right? Wow, I salvaged that. That's one of the junkers. Oh shit, we have even one more than... I don't know where these all came from, so look at that. 5 others, we might be full. We might not be able to buy a craft as it is. Let's just pretend we were gonna buy this guy's craft and see that it's not available. And we go, come on. We go talk to this. Fascinating, yeah, this is fascinating. I wanna look at how stuck we are. He's got this ship we don't want. Notice how the buy option is gone. Because we can't hold another ship. I could, in theory. Yeah, this works. Will he stay there if I stay on his landing pad, even though we don't want his ship? I could say, call me that. What do I know is one of the junkers? I'm sure that's one of the junkers. And that was the one I almost fixed up. Or it's pretty fixed up, but it's still a junker. Summon that. Dust! So there we go. So we just summoned this. Switches, which is our primary ship. I had done repairs on this all over. These repairs were going to be a little costly. They required 5 tech modules each, 10 tech modules. I didn't want to throw $1 million plus at it. But let's say we wanted to trade that craft for this craft. But not that we want to. I think that one was probably worth about $1 million, and this, what do you say, 500,000? Not even. Yeah, we could get his craft for free, and I'm not going to. The shuttle that I fixed up was apparently a B. It's not the worst, but it's not fully fixed. It would cost more to fix, and its current value is about 1 million. It's 26 slots, and it's not very fun to fly. There is no way to delete or sell that craft. The only thing we can do with it is exchange. Why am I rambling on about this? Because next time we see an exotic, if we're flying around in our exotic and we happen to be in a space station when we see that other exotic, we can't buy it. We can only trade for it. Trade one exotic for another. It's not the end of the world if we see something better, but how lame is that? If, you know, we can't have a fleet of 6 exotics unless we're really careful now. We should be able to crash or destroy or something. Like, can I just blow up my own ship? Is there a way to blow up my own ship? Okay, I don't really want to blow that one up, but you get the idea. I'm really glad to have found this. I'm glad I had a slot to buy it too. I wouldn't have known what to do with myself. I guess I would have traded up for it. But 6 slots full already. Now, if we're at if we see an exotic when we're at a trade outpost, we can summon another craft, do a swap. We can trade the junker. Even if we don't get anything for it, we can still exchange and pay the difference. But it rules out getting an exotic for a junker when we're in a space station. I got stuck in our freighter. It wouldn't let me take off. Check out the jets on this thing. It is. You like the fancy looking ship?
School, everybody. I'm here.
Sea Star. Greetings to you. Destroy a planet. I could crash my ship and actually wreck it and have it be gone, salvaged. I would. That would work. Yeah, I like this ship. But when we land at this space station, we're very unlikely to see an exotic here. I don't know if this system is... I don't know offhand what the system is, but I think I found this one in an advanced economy system. There's a greater likelihood of seeing an exotic in an economy that is... There's a whole list of them. Affluent, advanced, flourishing. Bunch of words to describe a good economy. This system, which is one of the first we were in, or this is my home system from the beginning of the game, Yokonami, I think. It is adequate. Its economy is adequate. So it's possible that an exotic will land here, but it's less likely. And if we saw one, we wouldn't be able to buy it. We could trade this or bust. Can't summon your other ships here. It's on the menu, but you can't actually do it. The closest you can get is it'll appear out there, but you can't actually summon it. There's nowhere you can summon it. I just hope no one lands with an exotic. In fact, we can't even buy a craft because there's no way I'm trading this sucker for a regular craft. Let's say we saw an S-class something. S-class hauler like the one Chronic's been wanting. I'm not trading my exotic for it, which means it's off the table. Because I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at what's out there. I don't want to know if there's a cool craft there at all. So what are we doing? Why did I land here? We teleporting somewhere? I was supposed to check the galaxy map and see where... I'm not supposed to be on the space station at all. Let's go check the vendors on the other side. So I may not have enough nanites to buy any good mods right now. We need to discover some new planets. Let's get out of here before I see a cool ship. Now look at how those jets turn on the sides and then engage. Is that badass? Sea Stars, so tell me, if I have a crashed ship, do I need to go to where it is and fix it, or can you somehow summon it somewhere? Crashed ship is not... If it's a waypoint that says crashed ship, whoa. Freighter, okay. could. We need to check in with the freighter too. Gonna look at the galaxy map. That's not what you claimed it already? It is a crashed chip that you can salvage then? You need to go to where it is and fix it, or can you summon it somewhere? You need to fix the pulse engine at least and the launch thrusters. I think if you fix those two, and they don't require anything too fancy, usually like a metal panel or two and a hermetic seal, some basic crafting items. But you have to go there and fix that, or I don't think you can summon it. You could try. You might be able to summon it even busted, but that was always the first thing I fixed. Corrupt archive data is in a developing system. We've already been to Good Kane. Yeah, been there. We don't necessarily need to warp there. I'm pretty sure if we just drop back onto the space station, we can teleport there and save the warp fuel. May seem silly, but I'll save the warp fuel. I almost checked the teleporter, but that's not gonna work. It wants us to check the galaxy map. Now you just need to find it again. That could be tricky. I don't know if it'll have a waypoint again. Have you tried summoning it? The menu to summon it would be down, summon, over, and then you go to select other ship. Then it'll bring up a list. And this is what I wish I could purge. Man, I wish I could dump some of those ships. Just delete them now. So, all right. I'm rambling again about it. Save editor. The day may come. Is that an what is that? Please don't be. Is that an exotic we can't buy? What the heck? It's another exotic, and we can't buy it. We could trade for it, but we can't buy it. This is exactly what I was worried would happen. Ah, son of a bitch. So, let's keep him here while we think about this madness. I don't think I want to trade for the yellow ship, but look at that sweet wing pattern. We can't buy this thing because I have all those scrappers. Well, here it is, manifest before you, the dilemma in the flesh. We can't buy it. Even though we have the money, we can't buy it. I've been rambling on, Seastar, about how we can't dump the junkers that are in my other slot, so be careful. If you salvage that ship, I mean, if it's callable, you already have it, and you can't delete it or sell it. You can only exchange it. 17 slots, similar configuration, has rocket launchers built in, and is yellow and has a very different physical design. Thought you can shoot them with your ship, but you're not sure if that works, only before you claim it. Maybe those salvage ones, yeah, you don't have to claim them. You don't have to claim the salvage ones, but if you claim them and they become part of your... See, I would buy that just because it's another exotic, wouldn't you? But we can't buy it because we already have 6. These 5 plus my exotic right there. What were the odds another exotic was going to land right next to us while I was bitching and moaning about it? And I can't summon these. You can't... See, that would be one fix. They let you summon these inside a space station. That would be great, but you can't. So I'm not trading for this. Demon's experiment with these sweet wings. It's kind of like a B-wing, sorta. Game's already teasing you. Yeah. Really? Nothing? Summon the flying explorer. Cannot land here. It'll just do it anyways. Hey dude, you wanna go meet down on the planet? Could I? It's too bad you couldn't just... it's like I want brain. only I was Neo, I would rewrite the code with my brain and just make it possible. Oh-de-do. Oh well. Follow the guy when he leaves. That's not a bad idea. Let's see if we can. Rain, I like how you're thinking. Let's follow the guy when he leaves. This could be tricky, but let's do it. Alright, we gotta keep an eye on him and take off right about the same time he does. A little creepy, but it's for the ship. Let's try it. It would be so awesome if we could actually follow him somewhere. I assume we'll go to warp, or we won't be able to really follow him. Is there a way to put a tag on him once he takes off?
Message coming in.
Hey, Simpika, thank you for the host. Here he goes. I'm taking off too. Shit, he banked. That might be him. Where'd he go? There he is. Can I tag him? I don't want to shoot him. I think, do I even have the right guy? I might not. I might have lost him. No, that could be it. It's hard to tell. That's it. Alright, I'm gonna keep following. Obviously, I don't want to shoot him down. Burn. Unmapped. We might be following him for a while. Wish I could autopilot follow. And we need him to land somewhere, or it's all for naught. Is this really going to result in this guy landing somewhere? That'd be cool. If he does. Well, no, I don't really... It's more the principle of the thing. It's more the principle of the thing. That is... Catch a good look. That is it. What are you doing? Is he mining? You just having fun out here? There was a way to... Man. He's just chilling. I don't think his AI knows what to do. Hey, Daisy. We're in our new exotic ship, trailing another exotic ship. Help me with this dilemma. We're hoping he lands on a planet, but we're quite a ways from a planet unless he engages a pulse drive. I'm not shooting you down. Does he think we're going to attack? He probably thinks we're attacking. We haven't fired a shot. He goes this speed. This is not going to work because it's like it's an hour to the planet. See? No, Daisy, that's the problem. We found him at the space station. It turns out the junkers I have filled our slots. I have 1 exotic and then 5 other ships. And you can't summon your other ships at the space station. So I can't get rid of the junkers. I have junkers and I can't get rid of them. I could have traded this one, but I'm not trading this exotic for that exotic. I wanted to buy the other exotic. We don't have another slot. So if he lands, I'm going to summon another ship and trade and buy. But I have to trade, and it's not going to work because we're an hour from anything at the speeds he's going. So even if he does make it to a planet, it's not going to happen today. It's too bad. We're going to have to let it go. It's kind of ugly. It's this bright yellow. It's not a color I would like. The one we got has a really nice appearance. Nevertheless, I'm perturbed that we won't be able to easily get another exotic if it shows up in a space station. And right as I was talking about it, it happened. That's why we're following him. Even at boost speeds were 5 minutes, he's not going at boost speeds. He's going Sunday driver speeds. But he's kind of heading towards the planets. It does seem possible that he might land whenever he gets there. Daimola is our home planet for now. We're gonna have to let it go. When do I let it go? Now? 5 minutes from now? We're not going an hour to Daimola. That's just crazy. It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. Wish we could arrange to meet him down on the surface. I think it was a really good idea to follow him. Yeah, we probably could destroy it. That is, what you do is you go find a trading post, wait to see if that shows up. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know that I have any trading posts. I don't think we ever found a trading post on Daimola. Oddly enough, it was one of the first dilemmas I had. If it does not, you can reload your save and wait some more, rinse and repeat. So there's, because in each system there's a single exotic that spawns. I've read something about that. Is that what you're talking about? Put a beacon down on a planet? I mean, like make a landing pad? We have one by our base. Is that the same thing? I realize I'm asking a lot of questions, so please don't just say yes. I won't know what you're answering. I was also thinking that you just use a save editor and delete the other ships. Just open it up and say, I don't have that ship anymore, I don't have that ship anymore. I would be fine deleting 4 of the other ships and freeing up some slots. But I wouldn't want to get in trouble. Oh, yeah, Daisy, this planet, this is where we spent the first stream and a half. We used signal boosters and nav data and looked for secure channels over and over and over and over again on this planet. It was one of the weird things about my first day playing this game and my second day playing this game, and we all kind of marveled at it after some people who have put in a lot of hours in this game said, yeah, you should have by now, something. You should have seen a trade post. No, we never found a trade post on Daimola. It's maybe sometime in the past week I did finally. I've spent a lot of time here. But you're going to have to kind of take my word for it that we used the signal booster about 100 times on this planet. Including with lots of nav data. Anyways, I lost track of it. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to be kind of stubborn about it. Try the moon. No, I don't think I will. I don't even really want to. I just wanted to... bitch about how that might happen, and then it happened, okay? What are the odds? What are the odds? It seems that planets you haven't landed on, even if you've scanned them like that, it seems they become unscanned if you don't land on them and then leave the system or reload. I don't know if that's my imagination, but it does sort of seem like that. Alright, we're here. Let's go land at our base. We can use our teleporter. We can go to the system we were going to go to. So yeah, Daisy, it was an ugly, kind of ugly exotic. I liked the model, but it was bright yellow, like neon yellow, and that's not really what I want anyways. What are the odds that a second exotic would show up? I mean, I found this one, and I was just talking about what we would do if we ran into another, how we'd be stuck having to trade. We wouldn't be able to buy it. That's the whole thing. I can't even get over it. It's half an hour into the stream, and I'm a broken fucking record because... That's like you're rolling a 100-sided die, and you're like, please don't roll a 1. I'm really worried. I might roll a 1. I might roll a 1. What are the odds we're going to roll a 1? Whoosh, roll a 1. So, this is our first base. It's a shack, but it has a landing pad. And if I hadn't landed on this landing pad, we could have waited for other ships to come by. Even the possibility that that exotic would land right here at our base for some odd reason. It could happen. Never mind, though. We're moving on. Ujida Kane was the system where we needed to go for the base computer. Corrupt archive data. Here's the massive fly-looking yellow and black ship. The exotics that spawn. Do they have static appearances or slightly variable appearances? And then what about color? Can the same exotic spawn with different color? Let me go check the merchants on the other side. How do you like that? I can jet right across now. You have to avoid hitting the top or you'll waste fuel. But I've got 3 S-class boosts to my jetpack and we can do it now. I don't have enough. Why am I even looking? I don't have enough nanites to buy an S-class upgrade. Geocannon, plasma launcher, mining beam. I already have 2 on the mining beam, and they're great upgrades. You know, I'm not even gonna look. I swear some of these have been restocking. I know they're not supposed to. You said it doesn't happen. But some of the systems we've spent the most time in on their space stations over and over and over and over and over again. It's happened. The Daisy, there are variations on the ball one, like you were looking at, and also the squid ships. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call this a, it doesn't look like Slave 1, but it sort of has some of that shape, so... And there are some craft that look more like that. Variation on that, perhaps? So, corrupt, archive data, and trading post, or 2. Minor settlement. Bleak planet. Right on. Take a look. You know, it might have been interesting to try with the exotic I was chasing would have been to summon the freighter and see if you just happened to dock on the freighter. I wonder how much room there is to dock on the freighter, considering I have too many damn ships. I wish we could get rid of those things. Nobody's even going to dock on our freighter because we have a full set of ships, huh? Doesn't the same problem exist though, Daisy, since I have 6 ships, 4 of which I want to get rid of? That they wouldn't have been able to land on the freighter anyways. Arched sands, regular resources, average sentinels. Simple and frequent. We've been here. Freighter has 9. Okay. So even with a full complement of 6 ships, you should still be able to see a few things land. I've reached the location marked by my base computer. The remote archive terminal hums, awaiting my input. Attempting to read memory at some address. We sought an escape from reality. That's why we're all here, isn't it? I can remember what it was like to be a traveler, to have that hope, that intolerable thirst for the new. Should never have listened to you, my love. There is no fire in this place, no trophies fit for gods. There is only darkness. The family of glass, they watch everything. Search physical cache. Whoever recorded this message also left a piece of technology. Okay. Mediocre mod. Hey, outsider. Here's. Specimen. Came all the way here for that, huh? I hope our base computer is good and happy. Grab some data. So, I don't really have an agenda today. I love that this game doesn't require any plans or agenda. We've been expanding inventory. We have some drop pod coordinate data. Definitely want to keep learning more words. And having a freighter to send supplies to, you can beam your stuff up to the freighter anytime. That's a game changer. It's really comfortable now. Picking up random crap and then you can just send it off. Yeah, like as long as we're here, our inventory is much bigger than it was. Grab some pyrite, we can just send it on up to the freighter and grab it later. But especially expensive stuff. If I'm on the planet where our little base was, that's neat. There's a lot of chlorine, and that stuff's worth a fair bit. I don't want to get taken by pirates just because I'm farming on my own planet. It's nice being able to send up expensive stacks. Daisy, thank you for the host. Hey, Simpika, when you came in and I said hi, I hope I said hi. I think I said I saw your host come in, but I think I lost you in a sea of pink in chat here. But hi to you out there. I am doing all right. I was out this morning. Hope you're doing all right too. Sometimes my brain works on a delay. And that's when it's even caching data at all. My brain is kind of like the corrupted archives that our base computer's been working on. Switch sides so I can keep an eye on my jetpack and sprint status. Oh, crunch. So I guess the base computer needed time for more records after all. 5? Oh man! Archive recovery. They were 90-minute intervals, and this one is 6 hours, so it's gotta be the last one. Go hit up one of the trade posts as long as we're here. The minor settlements, kind of the same type of platform. Planet had a very high atmosphere. We're flying too high. Fuck. Should have locked in on it. Why does the pulse engine? It kind of does its own thing. Well, that didn't work very well. Let's grab some tritium and then let's just pulse to it. Like this ship, though. I like the way the jets reorient for takeoff and landing. So how would this work up here? You just call... summon your vehicle, and it wouldn't really let you call it on the landing platform, though, would it? That's cannot land here. Okay, but you could what? Yeah, but you could drop it down there. So if somebody suddenly brought an exotic, we'd be able to trade for it, or a decent, you know, like a nice S-class, or just something we wanted. We're not really ship shopping. I'm just practicing, you know, I'm thinking about what we want to do so that I don't get screwed out of a really cool ship sometime. I'm glad we were able to get that one. But right now, having called that junker, that's the inventory that I've got for the ship, which is fine. Well, let's just hang out here for a minute and see what happens. Who knows? It doesn't even have to be an exotic. You know, I'd love to pick up, just replace the junkers with better ones, and then we might want to fly them sometime, and then I'll swap them sometime. A lot of traffic at the trade post. So I guess if you went to a trade post in an affluent system, that we just got to be careful in space stations. I don't get carried away ship shopping, because I'm not going to be able to pick anything up realistically. Like, what if we just want a fighter sometime? We want to get a nice fighter and just soup up a fighter. Which is the one, which is the junkiest? Let's see what we've even got. Was that our starter craft? That's the one we've been using. It's emptied. We could trade it, but that's, you know, decent shuttle. It's tiny. I like the profile. That was another scrapper. What is that? That's like a sea hauler that I think I found. Let's, in case anything cool shows up, we could ditch that sucker. Look at it trying to land. Oh, that's beautiful. It couldn't even land there. Hey Gallows, you found a blue and white 38 plus S-class freighter. It's awesome. Found our first exotic yesterday. Up on the landing pad. But all my ship slots are full because of salvaged junk. Yeah, look at this thing. All right, we want to get rid of this. We'll trade this for just about anything. But have to trade it for anything. I just would love to get rid of the crap. You like? So what class is it? Is it the one I've got on the pad back there? Is it an Explorer class? Basically. Oh yeah, Flying Explorer. So I assume it would have been an Explorer class if it wasn't an exotic. The crash landing. Yeah, that wasn't... It's not likely to be seen again. Exotics are their own class. Yeah, but they're loosely based on something. So this is 17 slots. Would you call it a fighter or more of an explorer class? And the explorers were kind of balanced like shuttles with less storage, or what defines the explorer class? Forget exotic for a moment. What defines the explorer class? They're kind of in between fighters and shuttles if you look at exotic. In between fighters and explorers. Oh, hold on. There's an explorer. Yeah, the explorers, not very expensive and not a lot of storage. Marvel of flight. But in a way, the exotic we passed up was almost a variation of that. The explorers, you're not sure what it is except the most unique look. Well, unique look is there's a lot to be said for that. Storm keeping people away. Alright, well you got some idea of it. I want to get rid of that, and we won't be able to call that, and we'll never be flying it. We won't be able to call it on a space station, so our only hope for trading it is somewhere else. We kind of have a few junkers like that. They used to kill you before it got patched? What do you mean they used to kill you? Send the pyrite just up to the freighter. This mod, I'm not gonna... Cyclotron Ballista mod, I'm not gonna use it. Alright, I don't want to keep hanging out here, but it was a good experiment.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
A23 shuttle. Half tempting just to swap the junker, but I guess there's no point in swapping the junker for something we're not going to use that's better. The point is that we can't call it when it's convenient, but I wouldn't change. What's the word on, has anyone played around with the save editor? If I wanted to delete a couple ships like that junker using a save editor, are people getting in trouble for it? The only thing I'd be interested in doing is getting rid of those ships and freeing up the slots. Ramadan, well, you should probably pay attention. But, hello. Can you grab the artifacts while we're here? That's a kind of cool fighter. It's like a lot of the promo art for the game, isn't it? Nothing special, just... I like that model. Alright, I'm done browsing. I'm done. Are we staying here? Should we get one of those drop pods? It said we had no nav data. Yeah, the last few that land before we take off. E28. There's a lot of activity here. Just get addicting though, hanging out and watching all the ships land and seeing what does. Oh man, alright, let's go. I really like the look of this. Unexpectedly, it's kind of bulbous and peculiar, but I like it. Well, that drop pods. Overworld. Okay. What did you lock in on? What did it lock in on? Not the drop pod. It picked something between the space station. It picked the abandoned building.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
When you engage the pulse engine, it kind of locks in on a waypoint at your reticle. But if there are multiple waypoints at your reticle, it picks one and just kind of sticks to it. And it's not necessarily the one that is most directly in the middle of your reticle. It might just move and pick a different one. Yeah. a long shot here. Does anyone remember whether Prestige wanted a plant or an animal named the Prestigious? It occurred to me that I didn't do that yet. Ooh, there's some chop there.
Extreme Sentinel Planet.
Extreme Sentinel Planet. Drifting snowstorms, common resources, ample fauna, bountiful flora. And I'm not sure I've landed here before. Have we? Yes, we have. Oh, your worlds are pretty. Base snow.
Product constructed.
Okay, sodium nitrate, oxygen, ionized cobalt, check.
Technology prepared.
Antimatter, check.
Technology prepared.
These are the cheapest slots to purchase. These are in the middle. I've learned from all of you.
Well,
Checking these
what do
are
we
the
have
most
here?
expensive, so we'll take the
You must be
freebie.
a new arrival.
Not quite Batman. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Greetings. So we're gonna upgrade our cargo slot. This would cost, I don't know, 500k, 600k if it were at a space station. Our inventory's really kicking. Look at it. We can put 500 stacks of resources in here on top of 40 slots here. So one more row. I think it's going to cap out at 48. Does that sound right? Looks like it'll cap out at 48. Why is it, I don't know why this world is having chop. I don't remember seeing those. Ah. Micro hoe? Micro hoe? Yes. Read that correctly. Yeah. Frenzied sentinels. Wait, what's the Mordite from? Did I accidentally punch the micro hoe? Why is our health at half too? They look like when you go to work in the morning. On a good day or a bad day? On frenzied sentinel worlds, there are just Gravitino balls everywhere. Not that they're that rare to begin with, but you just fill your inventory with them if you wanted to. I want to go to a new world. I want to check out some new worlds that we haven't already scanned everything on. So, what was the status of our missions? Base computer needs hours. Freighter command. Let's go check in with our freighter. And then we'll go somewhere from there. Can someone talk to me, please, about freighter and hyperdrive? Just Does your freighter need to have fuel in its inventory to call it to a system? Because you can always call your freighter, right? Does that cost anything? Can it end up saying, sorry, we can't call your freighter because you need to craft such and such? Here it is, summon freighter. Further out. Summon freighter. First time I've summoned it. And our freighter has its own inventory. And it has fuel here that doesn't look like that's frigate fuel. Frigate fuel. Like that badass. Our first freighter.
Scan detected.
If I accidentally shoot my own freighter at this point, will it turn hostile? It shouldn't, right?
Warning.
See where the baddies are coming in from.
Hostile ships approaching.
Where? I like that. My freighter's already helping. I figure I should try to avoid hitting my own freighter, though.
Hostile ships defeated.
Is that the SC-1? Yes, it is. That is the Starship Chaos SC-1. Not bad, huh? Our Super Star Destroyer. What are you guys shooting at? What are you guys shooting at? This is your commander. Hold your fire. What the hell are you shooting at? Why can't I? All right. Because it's engaged in a firefight. Didn't it say attack ships defeated? Let's see what still around. What are you shooting at? Is it just stuck in combat? Or is it actually shooting at something? Well, maybe it's a bug. Games that we play get so complex, sometimes it's hard to know what's a bug and what's just an intended mechanic that the player doesn't understand. For example, I cannot land on our freighter right now. My guess is it has something to do with it still fighting. Who's it fighting? Too bad though. You understood ships would fly into your freighter as well, but that would only work if you have less than 5 ships. Yeah, we were just talking about it. Daisy says there are 9 slots, so even though I have 6 ships, it might still happen. Initiating docking procedure. Liar. We're not allowed to dock because... Why? It's got to be some form of bug because it does not appear to have any target. It's just shooting at nothing. It's kind of shooting in this direction, but well, we've encountered weirdness today already. Wait, what the hell? What's that? It's another enemy craft! Son of a bitch! Or is it, are we pirates now? I don't know. I just shot my own ship. This does appear to be what, the freighter was after. Come on, finish it up. We can get back to, I don't want to shoot my own ship here. You're raking my shields. We should be able to land. If we were having a really bad time out here dogfighting, we should be able to land on our own freighter. I don't want that. So what happens if your ship does get blown up in a dogfight? Do you respawn from a save? You drop a space body? What happens to the ship? Because if you can potentially lose a ship, I might actually want to lose one of those old ships. One of those junkers. What is it doing there? It's just hugging up against the freighter. Standing with the Viking is decreased. I don't even know what ships we're attacking. I'm just trying to back up my own freighter. I almost feel like my own freighter's attacking me, but that's not exactly what's happening. What ships are attacking us, and why can't we abort and land? Alright, well... that works. Don't attack the green trails. Fair enough. But I can't board on my ship. I can't board my own freighter because my freighter's attacking them. Back to the space station or something. No, pulse engine offline because we're still being attacked. Well, that's all pretty lame. Sequence of lame events. Okay, so why did my freighter attack them? Any idea? I didn't attack them until my freighter got stuck attacking them. And I couldn't board my freighter. It was red. The tractor beam wouldn't take us in. That was the fray I joined. I already defeated the hostile attack ships that jumped me when I was trying to get to my freighter. Defeated them. Freighter stuck in combat. Couldn't board freighter, followed the gunfire, led me to those good guys, apparently. Does that mean my freighter's a bunch of bad guys? A pirate might have attacked your freighter and your freighter might have shot them by accident. Whoa. Which would be the pirates. This guy following me? I don't think it's a pirate. That would be the hostiles, right? You hit them once, they will be hostile towards you. It's a ship mechanic. How about your own ship? If you hit your own ship once, do they kind of turn on you temporarily, or what happens? Just land. Silly. Nice dogfighting in the atmosphere. Go down to the planet and hide in a cave. But this isn't a Sentinel, right? Why don't I just take him out? Will there be more coming? Finish him off. Maybe a good guy, but you're on my shit list. Alright, I'm not too worried about our standing with the Viking. We are close to top rank. If anyone gives us shit, we'll just pull rank. That sucked. See what's happening back at the space station? Back at the freighter. So, I hope they're not still engaged. It's red. They're still engaged or something. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to leave, and that's cool. Starship Chaos. You can't land. You're not allowed to land here on your ship. We don't have enough warp fuel. And I'm making some warp fuel, and we're just getting out of here. We're going somewhere.
Product constructed. Product constructed. Product constructed.
Wait, I do have hyperdrive. We just can't use it because we're locked in combat. This is sweet. Where's the space station? Enemy disruption. So, I saw that the game got a small patch. Was it this morning or yesterday morning? Does anyone know what was in that? And that's not the big expected patch. Is it? When you go for hostile ships, you lure them away from the non-hostile ships because it's way easier than trying to avoid the non-hostiles. That's a good tip. Yeah, I learned that the hard way and then didn't abide by that today. I learned it by accidentally shooting a space station the other day and getting all the cops in the galaxy on me because some hostiles attacked me when I was leaving a space station. Yeah, I should have drawn them away. That's good advice, Daisy. If you guys are anyone thinking of playing, that's good advice. Literally stop dead in space to shoot the hostile ships. Well, whatever works. Yeah, guys, I'm not feeling very chatty. The NPCs. Grumble, 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 grumble. Signal booster back. Salvage tech adds up. 4 units, 200,000. Dropped it off at the base. Warp cells. May as well charge it.
Technology recharge.
Here. We have magnetized. Oh, we got it in space. Sell any of that? And in here. Let's do this. What system are we in? I'm not sure. I think this isn't. This morning I discovered a system I wanted to go back to. Play around and let's check this out. I don't know if it was a good economy or not, but I went to a system and I landed on I portaled there. I think this is somewhere I portaled. Okay, we'll see how far away it is from our home system, and I'll bet you it's pretty far. Survey says distance from Daimola, 600,000 light years. So I portaled to the system we're in here. This is the Lemslemi system. And And I did land on Hijo briefly. Might even have landed on another, might have been following a drop pod coordinate or something. I was trying to rush out this morning. I did not have any time. I shouldn't have been playing. I had to put it away, and I kind of wanted to come back. Rain, you didn't make it this time either. Got to sleep yet again. 'Tis okay. Sleep well. Sleep well. Sorry, I didn't shake it up and keep you awake. I don't even want to look at the vendors. I don't have enough nanites to really spend anything. We ask for some directions. Down there, an ancient ruin. I didn't even go to the ruin yet, so let's just go to the ruin. Hope that nothing cool lands in the next few seconds. A-class hauler. Yo, Chronic, what's up?
Smoke weed every day.
First exotic here, and I saw a second we couldn't get because I filled our inventory ship slots with junkers. You could use a damn nap. What were you doing? We could try summoning our freighter here. You know what? Let's try summoning our freighter before we do anything else. Before we land. And this time we're going right in before some hostile ship shows up. Perma aggros. Starship Chaos. Yeah, it's a good looking exotic. And then we saw a yellow one with the really tall wings. But all the junkers I picked up mean our slots are full. Well, let's survey the junkers. There's one. Is that one of ours? Yeah, the Reckless Mirror. Yeah, I'd like to ditch that. But we can't sell it. I mean, I would just scrap it. If we could put a detonator on it and blow it up, I would at this point. This was the one I almost fixed up completely, and I really didn't like flying it. It flies terribly. It's another B class. Yeah, it's not in such horrible shape, but that yellow one is the exotic you got? I chased it through a system. We were gonna see if we could follow it till it landed somewhere so I could summon one of the junkers and then trade for it. But it was gonna take an hour to fly to the planet's surface. There's another scrapper I pulled out, a B-class hauler. I realized I salvaged 3 ships. That was our starter, I think. That's the first one we bought. And then the other 3 I pulled out of the ground. And I regret it. I regret it because I want the slots back for buying other ships outright. Just have the freedom to. Let that be a lesson. Before you go salvaging ships out of the ground, they will take up your precious slots, and you cannot just destroy the ships you don't want. You're kind of stuck with them. Let's see, until you fly them around and trade them. Summon them and trade them. Did we have anything on here? Holy fiber. We should just sell that. Sell that. Cactus flesh and star bulbs. Oddly enough, I've been sending things, don't have them here, star bulbs and cactus flesh, but I've been sending miscellaneous stuff up to the freighter. So we'll be able to make some of those weird combinations later if they fix the recipes for the medium and large refiners. Okay, the Radiant Pillar is ready to be... I just want all these empty so we can summon them and trade them at a moment's notice. Yeah. I guess I could fly one of them around and just go shopping on a space station by taking them with. So I'd probably keep this one and get rid of the others. already emptied it out, but it's got good stuff in it. You know, this one is set up. There's no reason to dump this ship. It's a spare craft that I'm comfortable flying, and I kind of got attached to. But I could get rid of the others. Is no one gonna land here now because I have 6 ships? Even though there are additional bays, there are a few. I'm getting conflicting information. I've gotten conflicting information. Sounds like no they won't, but yes they might. Debrief the expedition. Use the fleet command room to speak to the commander. Fleet command online. Calibrating to fleet commander Kiana SV8. Sokamina Savior. Debrief. Distance covered 3,400 light years. See, Chronic, if you got an economy scanner on one, you can search the system for a trade post. By going to the utilities option in your ship, you'll be able to summon the ships. You want to flip? Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about, doing it at a trade post, no problem summoning. We even went down to one and hung out there for a little bit to do that. Oh. Hold on. They did a bunch of stuff. We got rewards, units, log entry, discovered pirate bases, purchased supplies, merchant revealed stuff. They did stuff. Chromatic metal, vortex cubes. Boy, they had a journey. Docked, took on fresh supplies. Docked to get controlled space station. Local merchants offered forged goods. Scam detected. Purchased forgeries using fake currency. Sold forgeries to the merchant who supplied the fake currency. Huh. Kind of funny. Activated Emerald, which we could use in the Emerald drive, or I don't know if the activated Emerald can be broken down into regular Emerald. Hailed by a lone Gek pilot, contact was under false pretenses. Pilot was bait for an ambush, raised shields, scanned incoming vessels, successfully warped to space station, handed data to system authorities. Iridesite. Anti-boarding systems disabled by over-the-air hack, boarded by pirates. Crew fought hand-to-hand. This is the coolest debrief I've ever seen from an off-camera mission in a game. Like, think of the war table missions in Dragon Age Inquisition and how you got like 2 lines and some of them were interesting. On-foot survey discovered huge mirror on planet Neil 6. Reflective surface at a radius of 5,800 U. Light was focused on a nearby moon, but crew could not discern for what purpose. Stuff. Also, in regards to the NPC ships flying into your capital ship, you've only noticed only one wave usually flies in. If you got 6 ships, then no more after that. You don't know if it's a bug or not. $152,000 units. Chromatic metal. And it looks like the stuff that they picked up dropped in here. There's the activated emerald. It refines to chromatic metal. Magnetized ferrite. I have a stack in my suit right now. Iridesite. 150K. Wonder if we should just sell that. Korvax casings. I have some of those in my. I have to give the new craft a name, the exotic a name at some point. Just sell that. Activated emerald. Vortex cube. We're gonna want to just sell that. We redeploy it immediately? Is that way to go? No expedition assigned. Fleet command standing by. Hold on. The race, but there were Viking manning our space, our freighter before. Why has the captain of our ship? Why has the crew changed? We're in a GEC system. Does that mean we got a GEC crew now? Does your crew just change depending on the dominant race in the system? Ship's former owner has visibly relaxed. But you're not the former owner. It was a Viking. Art in the sail has not prompted them to immediately flee the vessel. Transfer items from ship to freighter. Getting this option. What items from ship to freighter? Can't actually transfer installed tech. I guess that was like a follow-up conversation to when we first got the ship. Bizarre. Well, that's not the captain or the crew that was here before, but I guess it doesn't matter. Hello, Captain friend. Joyous day for the fleet. I have charted new expedition routes. Do we have any more 1 stars? A trade expedition. Chronic, you think so? The system you found yours in was GEC, and your base is in a Korvax system now. Every time you go up there, the crew is Korvax? So then. I haven't recruited any other frigates. What does it take to recruit them? What kind of money or resources or commitment does it take to recruit frigates? I've seen them in the space around. Tech modules. Mind control device. Temporary upgrades that lasts for 1 expedition. Traffic analyzer. Fuel oxidizer. Oh, let's see how they do. Can the freighter, I'm just curious, can the freighter warp? Doesn't need fuel, doesn't need additional fuel, warp cells, it can just warp anywhere. Let's see, just units because they only cost around $1 mil or so. You just got to answer the comm when you're close to one. So I really should start recruiting a few. Not worth some millions. Oh, hyperdrive has no fuel. Unable to warp. Ah, okay. There it is. So you can summon it to any system, even though its hyperdrive doesn't have fuel. Why would you ever fuel it and fly it? Is that just because its hyperdrive can go further? What would be an example reason to fuel and use your ship's hyperdrive if you can just call it anywhere? Recommend going for a variety first. You believe the first one you get is a support ship. Well, let's see what we encounter. Casings to Starship. I want to sell the polyfiber and the iridescite and put those into the blueprint reader. Sell the vortex cube. For some reason my Mordite stack, was that in the freighter? There is one. Well, that's fine. We got a Mordite stack in the freighter. And next new planet we're on, I've had a couple drop pods where I've used the data and it's taken me to old drop pods. I want to make sure we're on a new planet when I use that.
Assuming direct control.
Woo! What's up, man? Cheers. Greetings. You know what? That reminds me. One of the vendors that I found, I may even have marked where it was on a piece of paper somewhere. I found a vendor which had 160 drop pod coordinate data for sale. Patient says we should wait until we get them for free. But for 100K a pop, you know, it's like buying a slot for 100K, but it's buying one of the expensive cargo slots that would cost a lot more than that. So, if I found my notes, we could actually buy more drop pod data. Yeah, it was about 100K. So at this point, it would be worth it. These slots were costing 250 plus. These were costing 600,000 plus. These were up to about 150. So even for these slots, it's cheaper than buying them at a station. It's a thought. We only have 8 more slots to pick up here, and how many more slots are going to be available for tech? I don't know what the cap is for the exosuit, but my guess would be 16, unless there's a whole nother row. All right. Looking for, we're going down to that ruin, but otherwise we're looking for maybe some green frigates. All right, moving again. Man, I feel like we've been trudging through mud for the past 90 minutes. Things getting stuck and not quite working, and I want to get to a new planet. We started all late today. And yeah. Hey, Chronic, you said that the yellow one, that's the one you had, the yellow exotic. Does that mean that particular exotic does not appear in other colors? That particular shape is always a yellow one? It's weird cutting the engines. It's just kind of coasting there. Have I not been here before? We only scanned it from orbit. No, at least been here. I finally ditched the stack of keys that I had when I got the exotic. Just didn't have the inventory space for it. I figured we'll find the keys we need whenever we're at a ruin. Ooh!
Radiation protection falling.
It's not really falling very fast. Wait on that. You have learned the Gek word for painful. Is not one with the chest. I convulse as I reach out and touch the beautiful stone marker, my mind filling with the deadly knowledge of the true history of the Gek. We are masters of galaxies, the overlords of the cosmos. Each foe will submit with bended knee to the almighty Gek dominion. We are the first spawn. Look upon our works and despair. Historical data revealed. To the south. Okay, what else is around here? Chronic, you've seen it in other colors like white, orange, and blue, but sadly no green. So it can be different colors. Rex! No! What are you doing? One up there, we got the one down here. There's that one. That building. I was just marking the building. Finished your second story in Octopath. Rats. You have as much fun as you hoped the second time around? Oh, and I hit all. That's awesome. Go Shields. I saved just enough thrust to thrust before the ground, but you see the slope here? Whatever, it's going the other way. That's a broken leg. Where was that health pickup? Right there, I ran by it. Must not have spent long here if the plants are mostly unscanned. Oh, this was that system I said I wanted to, yeah, that's right. I took us to the system I didn't have time to spend more than 30 seconds in this morning. That's why a couple things are scanned, but not much. Rex, one playthrough has 8 stories, and the 2 stories you did are nicely done. Glad you enjoyed it. Alright, we're flying there.
Radiation protection falling.
Incoming message, fleet frequency. It's either Vy'keen again. I'm sorry to report a significant problem, Interloper Captain. Our fleet has been badly damaged. I'm beginning an inquiry, but in the meantime, we require your orders. Should the damaged ship continue with its mission? Is this the trade mission we just sent them out on? Inspect. Report. We're gonna crash here. Fleet auto diagnostics report for frigate SV-8. Ship has sustained mission critical damage. Crew are incapable of performing maintenance. Further damage risks catastrophic failure. Well, then recall the frigate. Returning to main fleet for maintenance. Okay. So be it. So be it. Von Buki. Each on a bottomless hole of complex moral decisions. Is that about Octopath? Is that a response to Rex? Hello again. guess you don't want to say too much. Yeah, I get you. All right, let's get our keys.
Technology recharge.
Oh, where was it? It's not right here. Maybe. I don't know what I want to play right now. I'm glad to have this game because it's kind of endless. Where? Heck. Not really what it's supposed to look like when we get to the fragment. Weird, it's on the other side of that. On a second. It's just Jazz is making some. In there. Oh. Alright, this is just bizarre. Sorry, my attention is so fragmented today. But why are we not able to find the silly fragment? It's right there. Okay. Game decisions are hard. You played Terraria and ended up in therapy from killing so many innocent life forms. Oh man, I can't. My brain's not working. The dog is crying at me. And, disoriented in game and trying to read chat while moving. Okay.
Units received.
We only need 3 of the keys. I don't have a good answer. I can tell you that she has been crying a lot lately. Mostly in the evenings. She sniffs around the room looking for snacks. I really don't want to deep dive on it here. It's really easy to get the wrong impression, and I'm not even sure I can give the right one. But I've made the mistake of feeding her up here because Lonnie will sometimes, generally Lonnie would respect her food, but if I leave Jazz's food downstairs and Jazz isn't interested in eating it, and often she won't eat for 6 hours after I put it out. So I can't really leave it downstairs because occasionally Lonnie will eat it and I won't know. I won't know who ate it. Anyways, I feed Jazz up here, so now she's gotten it in her head that this is a place to be fed. And so best I can tell, it's kind of related. She's getting on in years and I really want to just pamper her and do... you know, I want to give her everything she wants, but at least in part, she's turning into a late life beggar up here. Like, where are my snacks? And where are they? I want some.
Technology prepared.
So that's not the only thing that's going on, though. It's attention. It's some of the shit that's going on in my head. You know, the dogs pick up on that. I've been a mess lately. The dogs pick up on that. Okay, translucent goblets. 114,000. We probably won't keep the keys. I don't know. There was a small patch yesterday. I think it was yesterday, but I don't know what was in it. I don't know if it's the update you're probably thinking about.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Radiation protection.
I don't know if you heard that, but that was Lonnie, not Jazz. They're both up here. Huh, fun, Pookie. Don't spend money on dog therapy. She'll tell you the weeping was caused by never having holiday at Venice Beach. We'll only be too happy to take her for her fee. Yes, yeah, I won't be doing that. No worries. Yeah, they're now having a full-on conversation. Got it. I don't know if I'm hearing some thunder. Maybe I'm hearing a little bit of thunder rumbling, and that's why Lonnie's coming up here right now, and Jazz is beefing a little bit. Wish you could change your suit's voice to Edie, or the Star Trek computer voice. Yeah. Or GLaDOS. Oh, that would be great. The GLaDOS would be great. That's what this game needs, is a mocking computer. Exactly what this game needs. I think.
Units received.
Corpus form. Ends plants. Here, have some cobalt.
Units received.
Long distance migration forms colonies. Are we going anywhere? Where are we going? Pods, data. The Gek remind you of the Ferengi. I was trying to think of something that Gek kind of reminded me of. That kind of works. Hadn't thought of the Ferengi. another artifact really nearby. Bewitchment. They have a word for bewitchment.
Technology recharge.
Probably a lot of influences when they were coming up with their own races. They wanted traits, familiar traits. Drop the signal scanner to see if there's anything around. Oh, we've got drop pod data too. We have drop pod data, and I may have accidentally gotten rid of our nav data. For a while I had a stack in the ship, and I think, yeah, we still have some in the ship. And the nav data had previously seemed to be accessible even when we weren't near the ship. Okay, there it is. Start with nearby structures. See if it finds anything random. Abandoned building. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that. Yeah, GLaDOS makes me smile. Even when I'm the butt of her jokes. Hopefully that's not a drop pod I went to this morning. It does seem to bug out sometimes. Let's just, let's go there on foot. I'm, no rush. Definitely thunder. Yeah, there's Lonnie freaking out. Guess we're having some storms today.
Units received.
Okay, so as we're cruising that far, going, just see what's in between here and there. What a direction. It's northwest. Okay, being northwest. Does stay safe. And inside. Oh yeah. That dog door, and the dogs can go in and out as they please. They don't usually go out in storms. Same there, Chronic. Dog not happy about the thundering. Jazz really doesn't care. Every once in a while, Lonnie can get worked up enough about the noise that Jazz will join her. But left to her own, she won't care. good kick there.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
You eventually run out of blueprints to buy from the analyzer with the buried tech modules, the salvage tech. Seems they're a good source of income if you don't need them for blueprints. I feel like I'm running out of blueprints, dwindling down to small decorations. And once we have all the blueprints, will it be worth going after these tech modules? I think so. I think they're worth so much that it's be worth building up stacks. 750,000 for that stack of 15. All right, fingers crossed. Isn't drop pod I got this morning been sent back to. Save and chart, that's a good sign. Yay! Okay, antimatter.
Constructed.
Game's kind of chugging today. And I tried, I went into the TK graphics settings, the XML, and changed the tessellation from false to true. I did not see the settings show up. I got to go back through, figure out maybe, in app data there's local and roaming, and then sometimes there's the all users version of it. Anyways, I gotta find the right instance of that file because it didn't seem to work to add the tessellation setting, but I'm wondering if somehow it did enable it. And
Technology prepared.
I don't know, game's just kind of been chugging today. Nice cobalt. Okay.
Technology recharge.
I have here. I don't have much cobalt on me. Probably don't have any tetra cobalt either. Enough though. Guardian, as far as you can tell, eventually you'll run out of blueprints. Takes a while. Alright. Should be enough, right? No, it's not enough. Do we have enough? 15, 16, we need 18 more. Gonna be close. Get the whole stack. I've got a separate PC for streaming, so it's not putting a load on. The stream's not putting a load on the game. But even so. It does. It sure does.
Technology prepared.
All right. Take a free cargo slot. Let's put some more stuff in there. What have I got in there now? 2 stacks of magnetized ferrite, 2 of oxygen, of uranium, 2 of condensed carbon, 1 of dust, phosphorus, and sodium nitrate. Here's kind of my overflow stacks because we're picking this stuff up as we go anyways. May as well keep stacks in inventory. Let's move a copper and a chromatic metal. I don't pick up copper all that often. Start work on some cobalt stacks. The problem with having a huge stack of cobalt is pirates will want it. Some of these materials I would carry big stacks of for convenience, but then pirates. I'm not sure what are the next stacks I want to move into high capacity inventory, but we've got some room and we're going to have some more. Pirates will want that translucent thingamabobber. They might. They will definitely want the salvage tech worth 750,000. They already came after me for a smaller stack, a 4 stack.
Radiation protection falling.
I need to keep those keys. I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but don't take the bigger starship. The frigates, when you repair, you can exit your ship and fall off the frigate. Wait, don't take bigger starships to your frigates. Repair them, you can exit your ship. Is that the? Is that how the person did the? That's what happened with the orbital free fall. Is that how they pulled that off? Yes, and you freeze to death. You can fall off them normally or jump too, but that's probably what he did. Ah! You are a pirate. But what's up? We grab some cobalt while we're here. Radioactive supercell approaching.
Technology recharge.
No problem. Where'd that cobalt go? It is very radioactive. Boy, we're just glowing. You want some too? You want some too? Yeah, that's good. I want to make sure we at least have a little bit. You tend to overheat and not get glowy. Their DNA repair system at work. We're actually getting thoroughly ruined by the radiation. We're just being fixed as we go. summon it. I can't see. There's too much. I can't see. Gotta get off this planet. Not even waiting for the storm to end. Through that noise! So what does the red icon mean? Is that where our frigate is being fixed? Damaged. Sokamina Savior. Now calling your starship uses no fuel. Thank you. I kind of wanted to confirm that. Yeah, take a look. Found a nice exotic. Haven't renamed it yet. It's a pretty sweet find. Cost 7 mil. Yeah, nice color. I like the colors. Alright, yeah, we should go sell all that stuff and blah blah blah. Got room? Are we gonna go to some other planet? Don't have any POIs right now. I don't think I've really checked out any of the planets in this system. I might have landed on one other. Check out the ring planet. At least move that way and scan it when we... Oh! We're too close to the atmosphere. Waiting for it to... You can't make it pop up the undiscovered... It's moody! Come on! Show me the planet. Unknown planet! Pulse. And you gotta pulse while the reticle's over it, while the... There we go. New Edusha. A forsaken planet. What's over here? Ijo. I must have landed there. An acidic planet. Oh yeah, and copper. Von Buki. I wonder if that's the one that Chronic says he has that I saw in yellow today.
Threat detected.
It reminded me of a B-Wing, which, you know, looks nothing like a bee, but I have the original Return of the Jedi era B-Wing toy. And I've always been fond of that ship, and it's a giant wing. Are we going to Hijo, or where are we going? Do you want to warp to another system? Or another system? I don't have the economy scanner installed in this ship. Do we have what we need to put one in? What does an economy scanner require? Had one in the other ship. 2 more microprocessors and a tech module. Okay, you know what? Let's go to the space station and fix that. We need an economy scanner. Did we have a waypoint to an abandoned building? I guess we did somewhere. Where did you see it? I forgot someone gave us a waypoint to an abandoned building and I didn't go there. Not all S-classes, Guardian, but all exotics, I think they are. The exotics tend to be smaller. They have the maximum for their type, but their type is small. sucking in on? Come on. Space station. What are you? Pulse engines, please. I'm trying to point at that. Pulse engines. Point at that. Yeah, right at that. Thank you. So, Guardian, you could get an S-Class hauler with 40-something spaces. But an exotic is something else, so... And as I expand my... Right, we're getting attacked. Let's see. If we're not so close to the space station that we have a accidental fight. Where's our attacker? Changed their mind? Entered the atmosphere, canceling it. Oh, so they'll follow you into the atmosphere if they're already on you, but if you very quickly dip into the atmosphere when they're scanning you, it breaks the scan. That's good to know. Not work with Sentinel starships. That's when I accidentally shot a space station. I think that's part of what happened. Wow, is that dog fur? A little bit of dog fur and stuff. Have I been glowing all day? Totally. It's like a little sheen of dog fur has made my shirt go gray. I would wait patiently for looting 2 more microprocessors, but I'm just gonna buy them for 40k. No, nothing wrong with dog fur. Where are we gonna put the economy scanner? It's tempting to get another phase beam upgrade. I don't know what I'm gonna put here. We could put the economy scanner here, or we could put the economy scanner where the launch fuel is. Speaking of...
Technology recharge.
Eventually, we might want to make a 1 or 2 special hyperdrives, like the Emerald drive, whichever they... What are you losing out on? You can't go to those systems. Unless you, say, portal there? Can you portal to systems that have green and red stars that you can't warp to? Get the right code, maybe you could portal to them anyway. I wish I could destroy the photon cannons and use that slot. I'd go with just the phase beam. Not an option. Photon cannons are stuck there. If we want to, we could use a couple slots. We might end up using ship inventory, general inventory, for hyperdrive modifications, leaving us with only 6 or 7 cargo slots. But that's not so bad. Look at all the inventory slots we've got here, and we have our own cargo slots. This kind of takes the place of a lot of the ship stuff. We can hold 500 stacks in our backpack, and a whole bunch of them. So it's taking a lot of pressure off the ship. The ship needs to carry some extra fuel to take off and to thrust, and really all the ship has to carry, and a little bit of room to pick things up. if you're mining stuff. You just need a couple slots to mine some stuff. I don't really need it to hold these relics. Got enough room to hold the relics here. If I really had to, I could stuff the relics in the high cap inventory soon. Guardian, be careful you don't land in an uncharted system, at least not without preparing. And sadly, they're usually dead. You mean one without a station? It has happened once. We built a teleporter next to the Stargate so that we could revisit that system. We portaled through, got stuck. We're gonna have to portal back no matter what. But there was no space station there to bind to, so we were not gonna be able to revisit that system unless we made our own teleporter. So we dropped a base computer, dropped a teleporter, went back through the big portal, and now it's on the list if we want to go back there. It's a dead, uncharted system. Well, I don't know if it's dead, but it's uncharted. We should take our break. We should take a break. I'm getting really scatterbrained. In fact, I got here scatterbrained, and it seems to be getting worse. Maybe a break will help. Either way, it'll be our only break. We'll be going another 90 minutes or so after the break. Hey, you Pete. See you. What you been up to? Site. We could get over 1 million for the salvage tech, but we're just gonna go turn it in for blueprints. Wow, they're selling dirt. Or no, that's my sell inventory. Why did that show up? I've never picked up dirt. Because they do have dirt for sale. Several tons of dirt left over from mining operations. Why would we need dirt?
Product received.
2 of those, and how many tech modules? 1 or 2? We're gonna put the economy scanner here. Guardian, not just no station, no aliens either, and a lot of them. Only pure ferrite and copper, airless, barren, dead. I've seen individual planets, Dead World, Forsaken Planet. I've seen terraforming catastrophe or something like that. But, I don't remember if there were no aliens. There might have been no aliens. No station, no aliens. That one that I mentioned.
Product received.
So, if we keep this slot, we're gonna need slots for the hyperdrive mods, and there's 3 of them, right? So we'll just assume these eventually take hyperdrive mods. Okay, put them in a different ship and get a ship with way more inventory when we want to travel to another system. Figure you can take advantage of this, right? If you have one craft with a green, red, or blue drive, you can use that ship to get to the system, and then when you're there, all your other ships at a trading post, they all come with you, they all teleport with you. So we don't really need to put a fancy hyperdrive in this ship. We can just use another ship to get to those systems when we want. So I'm still thinking about not putting the economy scanner in one of these slots. I might want another phase beam upgrade, and I don't know. Where am I gonna put another shield upgrade too? What if we want another shield upgrade for this thing? Weapon, another boost. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna put the economy scanner here though. Keep those other slots for stuff I plan to put in later.
Technology installed.
Might have been a little silly. Can't stop me now. I already did it. Translucent goblets. We were gonna sell that. And let's warp back to our base real quick. Found a picture. Yours is a little different, being bronze. Yeah, so I saw a bright yellow version of that, and you've got a bronze version of that. A cool looking ship. Reminds me of the B-Wing for sure. I don't know. I've been trying. Glad to have such a good game to get lost in. There it is, way at the bottom.
Units received.
I was carrying Gek relics too, weren't I? 1 Gek relic, 1 Gek nip. See if you guys want them. Gek Federation, help friend. I don't want a quest from you right now. But directions first. Looking cool. A drop pod. But is it? Oh man, such a tease, game. You're such a tease. Think that's gonna be the drop pod we just went to? An empty drop pod? It's very possible. Pete, I'm glad to hear you've been good. Gek word for increase. Hey, you with the cool hat. You want some Gek nip? I got some Gek nip for ya. Tails Gek. A faintly unpleasant smell swiftly fades. The trader pecks my multi-tool, leaving a faint trace of drool. And it's made clear they're open to conversation. Signal. Really didn't want the Gek nip, huh? Also don't want the Gek nip? So we've got an ancient ruin, which may or may not be one we've been to. That's something I wish the game would keep track of. I wish your own multi-tool computer could keep track of POIs you've been to. So when someone gives you a waypoint to one, and it's stale, there'd be an indicator. Protest as I approach. I've made no demands, and yet they seem keen to preemptively turn me down. Try a bow. Do you like bowing? My gesture of politeness does little to reassure the Gek. They dismiss me. They didn't want the nip to be clean for 3 years. They go to meetings and everything. Well, this guy looks wild. Maybe he wants the nip. Fix their beak in time. The Gek word for Viking. We didn't have that yet? Supervisor shoots me an irritated glance as I approach. They conceal whatever it was they were working on. Pointedly wait for me to leave. Never, I'll leave them alone. Not resume their work until they're certain I'm too far away to see it. Oh, there's a squiddy traveler up there. There is a fear lurking behind the eyes of this Gek, as if they have seen things that no being should see. They gesture at me with alarm. They want me to panic? I'm not gonna panic. Nothing I do calms the Gek. They were anxious before I arrived, and will remain anxious after I leave. Maybe they would have preferred I joined them in panic. Finally, someone wants the Gek nip. Welcome. Jeez, couldn't give that stuff away today. So we were teleporting back to base. My head is just a mess today. Gek rank friend. an eye out too, because we've got a landing pad back here. Ships do land on it. Here's our little shack. We'll build a very, I was gonna say a really cool base, but let's just start with bigger. We will build a bigger base sometime. And it will hopefully be awesome.
Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received.
Cubes.
Item
Yeah, more stuff is still showing up, but I've gotten all the expensive things I could find, and what's showing up now seems to be a lot of one-unit items, variations on decorations.
item received.
Hey, a swoop, Spaceman J. Got it.
Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received. Item received.
Different materials.
Item received. Item received.
Oh, they're feeding up now. I think we're almost through the core building materials. All that's left is, yeah, we can't even scroll to a whole second page. Wow. Item, 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 item. Scroll up. Okay. Cleaning up a little bit of inventory, and then we're overdue for that break. I need the break. I can't think. Carry those batteries around until we use them for something. You have more room in cargo. What have I been sticking in the exocraft? Just random things when I'm here. I killed one of the dog sentinels. Got a quad servo from it. I don't know why I stuck that there. Just wanted it out of my inventory. Seems they made a few changes to the game. Looks different. I didn't play it before. I only started a week ago, but if you haven't played in a while or read much about the update, they completely overhauled the game. Like, a whole new game from what I understand. The next update changed tremendous number of things. Hey, let's see what landed over there. The Dance of Jeopardy. You're still trying to make me a Sith, huh? Alright, I'm really due for that break. I'm gonna take it, and I'll be back. I'll make it a short break. It'll be 5 or 6 minutes. I won't take 10. Just one song break, and I'll be back. Stay tuned. We'll see you in a few.